Hi everyone, I'm Christine Pyle. I'm the Youth Services Manager here at the Euclid Public Library, and according to some people, I'm probably in a reading slump right now. Every night I try to read a book and it's just not clicking for me. However, at the same time, I am reading tons and tons of audiobooks. Today is September 23rd, and just in September I've read 13 audiobooks. And I've also been spending my time rereading some old favorites. I recently reread The Diary of Anne Frank, read by Selma Blair as the audiobook reader, and it was really fantastic. I had read The Diary of Anne Frank many times when I was younger. I probably haven't read it for about 15 years, and I'm coming to it with different eyes now because I was in my early 20s the last time I read it, and I was still close to childhood, but now reading it as someone in my late 30s, I'm getting more out of it. I'm seeing different things. I'm seeing that Anne was kind of mean, but she was a fantastic writer. So reading it as an adult, I'm looking down as an older person on her because she is behaving like a child, but she is a child. So it's a really different perspective to read this so many years later. Selma Blair did a fantastic job with the audiobook. And I also reread Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. That was the book that I talked about for Banned Books Week, and it's one of my favorite books. I hadn't read it in a while, and I wanted to read it, but I didn't have time to sit down and read it, so I read the audiobook. And the audiobook is narrated by Ethan Hawke. So another book by Kurt Vonnegut, read by a famous actor, and it was really fantastic. And the reason why I read it is because I do love Kurt Vonnegut, and I will reread his books until I die. But Ryan North, the writer of The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Marvel's very popular comic, recently released a Slaughterhouse 5 graphic novel. So I wanted to refamiliarize myself with the story before I read the graphic novel. And I would highly recommend for anyone who's not into audiobooks to give audiobooks a try by rereading old classics. Another thing you can do is search for actors and actresses who you are familiar with and enjoy to see if they've read any audiobooks. If you type their name into Overdrive or Hoopla and they are a narrator, you will get results for them. So for example, Nicole Kidman reads a version of Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse. James Marsters, who played Spike on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he reads the Jim Butcher Dresden Files books. Those are just two people that I enjoy, and I type in their name, and I get everything that they've done. Some of my other favorite audiobook narrators are Guy Lockhart. He does all of Jason Reynolds' audiobooks. I also really enjoy J.D. Jackson. I have read several recently read by Dion Graham, and he will be the audiobook reader for Angie Thomas's new book, Concrete Rose, that comes out in January. Just being able to find somebody that you really enjoy listening to makes the audiobook experience a whole lot better. As of 3.5 years ago, I was not into audiobooks, and I found some readers who really made me want to read audiobooks. So take a chance on audiobooks, take a chance on a reread, look for somebody whose voice you're familiar to get you into listening to audiobooks, and don't be afraid to give it a try. 1 in 5 Americans read audiobooks now, and we'd love for it to be you.